I wanted to name drop one person who we also talked about on Friday night on Midsummer.
Let me guess. Let me guess. John McWhorter?
John McWhorter, no.
Okay. Well, no. What did you want to say then? Who did you want to name drop?
No. John McWhorter. I pronounce his name Horter. Water?
I think it's John McWhorter.
Okay.
But maybe it's John Mc. Because it's spelled with a W at least.
It is spelled with a W. Yeah, John McWhorter. Yeah. Okay, you're right.
He's a linguist, by the way. Lisa has met him or seen him on a conference once.
Oh, no way. Nice.
Yeah.
He's a celebrity.
Yeah. Cool, right?
Yeah, it's very cool. Well, this guy discussed. There was this. We'll put the link in the description. He had a discussion with I think several other people or just one. I don't remember really. But the point he had, and he's black, by the way. Because this seems to be something important. He compared the new wave of anti-racism, as I would like to call it now. There's a more specific term for that, but the new
anti-racism with a capital A, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you could. The anti-racism which takes part in our culture right now. That anti-racism. He compares it to religion, and especially things like terms such as problematic. Your stance is problematic. He says there's no difference in that word than saying something is blasphemous, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. You kind of shut down the discussion, a ferocious discussion you could have by saying that. You're basically saying, shut the fuck up. I'm right, you're wrong. Listen to this. This is dogma.
Problematic is really just a word. It's overused, definitely.
I can't hear it anymore. It triggers me when I just hear the word now. It's become tainted for me.
It's lazy. It's a lazily used word. Yeah. I mean, it may have made sense in its conception or in the beginnings, but I think because people are generally not that great at thinking rationally about shit. There are lots of people who now just throw it around like I don't know, because they mistake. I feel uncomfortable with this opinion, and then therefore call it problematic or something like that. I don't know. I mean, that's some mind reading business that I generally don't like doing in general. But I just can't see how people can see that just throwing in the word problematic somehow makes their argument better.
Yeah. And
also took the analogy of privilege as the original sin.
Good, yeah, good one.
Which I found also quite an interesting concept.
Very good.
Because yeah,
and also the term privilege, but also the goal of getting over with racism. Nobody has any idea how that will look. What are we really working towards?
What's the vision? I mean,
what's the ultimate vision you want to?
And there I would also just say that the vision cannot be absolutely no racism.
Yeah.
It's like a vision, absolutely no murder or absolutely no violence or whatever. You cannot get in a really big world with billions of people in it. A world where nobody is discriminating against people due to outer characteristics or arbitrary characteristics.
Yeah.
Especially
this world will never exist
when we have just innate urges to other people. If they are too unlike us, we somehow directly associate moral value or lack thereof to them. That's something which is ingrained in our DNA, basically.
And this does not mean that these people aren't bad. This murderers and racists and stuff like that, they are despicable people. At least the things that they do are despicable deeds, and this doesn't excuse this. This doesn't mean we have to strive to reach a less racist world. This just means that there's there are definite problems which we will never overcome. And this is something we have to keep in mind.
The church in the. We have to keep the church in the
village, as you say in Germany.
No, well, it sounds a bit condescending to say it that way, but
yeah.
I mean, I think it has to be internalized. This fact.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't see any alternative vision than to constantly strive for less.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's all we can hope for.
That's all we can hope for.
Constantly strive for less.
Exactly.
And it's also, it's shit that then there will always be people who have to suffer due to this, the fact that some group of people or some individuals discriminate against them, and that makes their lives harder, and that way it's very true, this whole concept of privilege, and it needs to also be understood by many people. But I think I understood how privilege makes sense, not from anti-racists or also feminists or whatever, when they talk about male privilege, or I don't know. They have never done a decent job of explaining it, because for them it does really sound like original sin. Sometimes it's like, you have privilege, therefore you're disqualified, or you need to atone for that somehow.
Yeah.
And privilege means you can guarantee that if he belongs to this group, then he will have it better. And those kinds of statements are just not feasible.
Yeah, this is true.
Privilege is a statistical statement, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It means I am more likely as a straight white male person to experience less discrimination, less problems in my life. But if I'm unlucky, or if I make bad choices or whatever, I may have a worse life than some person of a marginalized
black,
group.
Gay, Jewish,
trans.
Yeah, the most marginalized person imaginable. Left-handed.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, those are the worst. No.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I've said it a few times, and people roll their eyes a little when I say that. But you can narrow me down to 100. There are probably only 100 people that share these three attributes like me in the world.
Okay, which ones?
That I'm a Fenno-Swede.
Okay, yeah.
I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
And I'm vegan.
Alex.
Because
you're the new age marginalized person.